What is the new trend dubbed trauma porn on TikTok? In this episode, you'll hear about TikTok creators who are pretending to be Holocaust victims in heaven, with reactions from Reddit comments and a closer look at trending trauma porn. We'll do some analysis and try to determine if these videos are insensitive or educational. So, stick around until the end and drop a comment about what you think about this trend. But, before we get started, welcome Earthlings to Redditamin, a channel dedicated to popular and trending topics as well as tricks and tips to manage your daily life and relationships. Click like and subscribe and I promise you won't be abducted by aliens while you sleep. From a post on subreddit Not the Onion, TikTok creators are pretending to be Holocaust victims in heaven in a new trend dubbed trauma porn. Great, people figured out how to be even worse. Society, I think we're finally about as low as we can get. Also society, hold my beer. Are influencers beamed into our world without ever talking to an adult? Their parents just gave them a cell phone and called it a day, 10 years ago. If they actually succeed in influencing the youth, humanity is in for a wild ride for the next 50 years or so. This is awful, but it's awful in such a bizarre way it's actually unsettling in a way I can't explain. To me, the key word that shoots this to actually unsettling is trending. Fine, I can believe that there's some nutcase out there doing this shit, but enough to call this trending is absolutely bonkers. Yeah, I don't think this is as nefarious as it's being made to be. This is like wearing blackface and acting out slavery. 17-year-old told Insider that she pretended to be a Holocaust victim in her TikTok video to educate people, and because she felt like it was important to share these stories. Yeah, worst part is people are coming down on these teenage children as if they are fully responsible adults. The intentions were good but the taste was poor. Apologize, learn, move on. Nobody was a saint at 17. At face value it's not that bad or offensive. People wouldn't be offended by a play or movie featuring the same concept. But man, there's something odd about it. It's like they're fetishizing victimhood.
Sitting next to you, but after all I've said, please don't forget.
Per an article from theinsider.com, TikTok creators are pretending to be Holocaust victims in heaven in a new trend dubbed trauma porn. People are pretending to be Holocaust victims in a new and disturbing TikTok trend. The videos show creators wearing makeup that imitates burns and bruises while explaining how they died in Nazi death camps. The trend has been criticized as insensitive and tone-deaf, with the U.S. Holocaust Museum telling Insider that it dishonors the victim's memory. In the videos, creators appear to be wearing makeup that imitates burns or bruises while explaining how they died in Nazi-run death camps. Other versions show people acting out representations of the genocide of Jewish people during the World War II, in some cases using the background image of the Auschwitz concentration camp network. Some creators don a yellow Star of David like the ones Jews were forced to wear or dress up in striped shirts, to mimic the concentration camp uniforms worn by the prisoners of Hitler's Third Reich. The videos, which use hashtags including #Holocaust and #Heaven, have been viewed thousands of times on the platform. They are part of a wider TikTok genre of point-of-view videos in which users shoot from a first-person perspective, making the viewers the main character of the video. The trend has caused an outcry on social media, with one person tweeting, "I'm sad this has become something people think is okay to practice their makeup and acting abilities with." Another person wrote, "Right. Now can we please stop making Holocaust trends on TikTok? It's straight up anti-Semitism and you all let it slide." The TikTok videos could be an ill-informed attempt to raise awareness around the Holocaust and teach others about its history. A 17-year-old girl from New Jersey who did not want to be named for this story told Insider that she pretended to be a Holocaust victim in her TikTok video to educate people, and because she felt as if it was important to share these stories. Her character in the video described being deported with her family to Auschwitz, where they were all murdered in the gas chambers. "I've always been interested in the history of the Holocaust and just wanted to make a creative video informing people about it on TikTok," she said. It was never intended to be offensive. She has since removed the video. But others view the trend as trauma porn, and say it's offensive for people with family members who survived or died in the war. A 19-year-old Jewish woman from Los Angeles, identified as Brianna, who posted a lengthy thread about the trend on Twitter, told Wired, "Our obsession with trauma porn, when discussing tragic histories, has only motivated a desire to dramatize these narratives." She added, "It can be very triggering for people who have family that either survived or was lost in the war." Diane Saltzman, the director of Survivor Affairs at the U.S. Holocaust Museum, told Insider, "Imitating Holocaust experiences dishonors the memory of the victims, is offensive to survivors, and trivializes the history." Well, I don't know about you, but I would only believe these TikToks were sincere if the creators didn't benefit from them. Using tragedies like the Holocaust or 9/11 to boost likes and followers is messed up. I get it. They're competing with lots of other creators to get noticed, so the more outrageous the better. Are they full of themselves and insensitive? Hell yeah. Are they creative and unique? Of course. Per an article on how to get famous on TikTok, you should be unique and show people something they haven't seen before, pay attention to trends and capitalize on them, and take risks. Don't be afraid to get weird. Done. Nothing is off limits. So was it stupid? Yes, how else do you get noticed? Back in the day, you went to Hollywood and someone else decided if you could be famous based on your looks or who you were related to. Now, you can make yourself famous without some prick telling you you're too old or too ugly. I included pictures of Auschwitz in this video that I took on a trip to Poland in 2018. The Auschwitz Memorial is something to see. I mean, you actually stand in a gas chamber where thousands of people were murdered less than 100 years ago. So, maybe these ambitious teens could benefit from some sensitivity training by visiting one of the museums dedicated to Holocaust victims or by talking to survivors. I would hope that after doing so they would appreciate the rights and opportunities they have that were stolen from the victims. I would hope that they would turn around and get involved in their communities to make them better for future generations. But then, popularity is a hell of a drug. Just look at the news media for examples of headlines and teasers that cause anger and outrage. They work, folks. Buckle up, cause it's only going to get crazier, y'all.
When I speak about the Holocaust, the most important speech or the most important thing what I want to tell the people who are present, they are the ones who can prevent another Holocaust, especially the children, the school children. We have to tell them what happened during the Holocaust. Being 5 years in concentration camps and in ghettos, what I went through, I don't wish nobody to go through.
That's all for today's episode, humans. Tell us in comments about an awesome TikTok creator and what makes them so amazing. Let's get those stories out about talented kids who kick ass on video and follow their dreams. Don't forget to subscribe to get notifications anytime I post a new video. Click like and stay awesome.
Tack för att du tittade på det här avsnittet och kom tillbaka när jag lägger upp en ny video. Kyssar!